Welcome to Apex Philosophy, the perfect place to find motivation. Be sure to subscribe and listen every day so you can become your best self. Please like and share the video to help inspire others. Seeing through people's masks, the law of role-playing. A summary based on Robert Greene's book, The Laws of Human Nature. The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene is an astonishing book that talks about what makes humans human. Today, we'll discuss his third law concerning the roles we play. For more detail, I highly recommend you read his book, The Laws of Human Nature. Law number 3. See through people's masks. The law of role-playing. The third law is the law of role-playing. Every person has their own role to play. You may know them as your colleague, but in their own life, they are also a father and a son. Similarly, you, yourself, project different roles when you're around different people. You may be distant from your parents, but quite affectionate to your friends. The law of role-playing lets us see through the masks that other people put on. Keys to human nature. We are all in a theatre play called life. Masks are actually important because they are a part of how we humans function socially. For example, no one likes to be with a sad person all the time. Studies even show that depression is contagious. And biologically, we can sense that a person is depressed, which may make us uncomfortable, so we get the feeling that we should avoid them. You must not moralise such feelings. It's just your brain protecting you from a potential source of pain. Additionally, since all of us put on masks, you must not perceive it as a person's reality. Just because your colleague was smiling whilst going to work doesn't necessarily mean that they have a great life. Masks hide lots of things, and sometimes you need to put on a brave face before facing the routines of life. Observational skills. You also need to be keen on observing other people. When we were infants and toddlers, we could often decode the emotions of others. It's a natural skill we have, but we don't realise it. We were so good at it because humans are by nature social beings, and it's an inherent skill. However, as we grew up, we started thinking that the world revolves around us. We slowly grow indifferent to this skill. We desperately need to relearn. For example, you can try this skill on the people you know. Observe how your mum reacts to certain things. Compare your mother to other mums in public places. What are the differences in reactions? What are the similarities? More often than not, there is a message behind every action, and no mask can easily hide it. Decoding hints. When you observe other people, there are different things to notice in their behaviour. These signs are what leaks out of their own masks. For example, when a person dislikes something, it is rare that they can hide it. The disgust in seeing bugs, especially cockroaches, is one good example. I vividly remember my mum not being able to sleep in her own room because she couldn't find a cockroach that was hiding in her room. It's a funny thing, but it was important for her to get rid of it. Having that cockroach in her room was causing her discomfort and fear. Similarly, when a person likes something or someone, it really shows. When a person is in love, they show some weird lovey-dovey eyes, and they feel as if they're on cloud 9. But there are other cues besides these. We also have dominant or submissive cues. Did you know that the way you shake other people's hands for the first time often reveals your intentions? This is why it's an important gesture for politicians and other leaders, because it shows trust and respect. Moreover, if you deny a handshake, it is negatively perceived that you are not cooperating. The art of impression management. To apply impression management, you need to understand and master the non-verbal cues. You need to know the difference between a genuine smile from a fake one. You need to know how to read the room. Next, you need to know how to be a method actor. You can't just tell your anger to go away once it's there. You need to consciously put effort into managing your emotions. You need to adapt to your audience. For example, you can't just throw a tantrum in front of everyone when you get upset. There is a proper place and time to talk about the issues that have angered you. Additionally, you also need to create the proper first impression. Appearance is key, so always make sure you feel confident in the way you look and act confidently to give off a good impression. You can also choose to use dramatic effects. For example, some people dress simply, but they're actually an owner of multi-million companies. It makes them less predictable. Lastly, project saintly qualities as a form of respect for others. You may have issues with your colleagues, and in the short term, you tolerate them because you know that in the long run, they will eventually get what they deserve. Everyone plays different roles throughout their day and life. We all wear the appropriate mask for the appropriate social situations. But you can't fool everyone, especially if you have powerful emotions just under the surface. Learn to look for those subtle clues, and you won't be fooled so easily. And you'll be able to empathise with people and see their true intentions better. In our next video, we will be discussing the strength of people's character. Thank you for listening. Comment below. Have you ever been able to see through someone's mask and see their true nature? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.